Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Options galore here, second and a few inches. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Here's Jackson to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This will go to Henry out wide. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Look at this Baltimore defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over at first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. 20. Down to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would be...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Jackson. Incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points.
Ravens 23, Cardinals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Benson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Ravens 23, Cardinals nothing.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Benson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
A 3-yard loss on the play.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens are able to add on to their... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more on to their lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now Murray throwing on second down. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Murray now on first down. And his pass incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Shotgun now from Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Benson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Ravens.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, Jackson. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Deontay Hardy, 27 yards. And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30. They'll look to throw. And make him 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now Murray again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores.
Well, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They're looking deep here for Flowers. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up.
Swim.
On third down, it's Benson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing on second and long. Murray. And he's going to go down again. Malik Harrison in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a third and long. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Benson, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27, pushing through the contact. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put Derrick Henry all alone. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Ravens extend their lead yet again. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now a hit and a loose football. One of the linebackers has got it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. 154 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. First down, Murray. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Well, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Henry will get it. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That is caught. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards there for number 15. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Inside handoff, Henry. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 182 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And they take a knee. They're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? Oh, it's a wobbler here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now Murray off play action. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They find some open field here. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but What an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's